Voici les différentes parties du drone qui sont restées. C'est ça. Le drone qui est tombé cet après-midi. C'est ça.
Talk more about the West than Trump. I think the West is what has produced whoever you want to name to be emerged to be where. So, but the West, I think, has taken things for granted, in my view. Taken things for granted that they know everything, they have everything, they can decide on everything, and the others who are not from the West don't matter. They will just anyway follow the line, and that's it.
neza abakunzi ba Inkubi Media ndetse na Inkubi Official TV, ndabibutsa ko twamaze kwimukira ku Isaha Media tuhahuriye kugira ngo mbagezeho amakuru arambuye yagizwe n'izi ngingo z'ingenzi. Ndaza guhera ku kibuga cy'indege cya Kavumu ahavugwa yuko ejo ku masaha y'isa 9:40 hamanutse indege yahaguye ibyo ndege. Ndaje tubive imuzi n'imuzingo. Ndagaruka ku rundi ruhande hari imyiteguro kandi n'impuruza zikomeye zamaze kugaragazwa yuko inyeshyamba za M23 ziteguye gutangiza ibitero bishya ku mujyi wa Uvira, ndetse ibikorwa bya mbere bikaba byamaze gushyirwa mu bikorwa. Ahangaha hakavugwa yuko cyane cyane bashobora kuzataka umujyi wa Uvira noneho banyuze muri Haut Plateau, by'umwihariko binjiye ku gice cya Fizi, ndetse intwaro za mbere zikaba zamaze kwagera. Ndaje mbabwire byinshi byahagejejwe ndetse n'ibindi birimo birashyirwa mu bikorwa no mu ngiro kugira ngo Uvira yongererwe mu maboko y'izi nyeshyamba za M23. Ku rundi ruhande umugabo witwa Martin Fayulu yongeye kwataka Tshisekedi ku buryo bukomeye cyane. Ndaje mbabwire byinshi bigendanye nawe. Ndaza kugaruka ku ngingo ya 4. Perezida w'u Rwanda Paul Kagame yakojeje urutoki mu jisho ry'intare, aratinyuka avuga yuko ngo ibihugu by'uburengerazuba bw'isi cyane cyane Donald Trump ngo bigize nk'utumana, aho we ngo bamwimye ijambo ngo bakariha Tshisekedi. Ibyo nkuru ndaje mbabwire nabyo ndetse n'ingaruka bishobora guteza ku masezerano ndetse n'ibiganiro byaberaga mu Busuwisi na za Doha. Ibyo nkuru turabigarukaho. Ndaza kugaruka ku zindi ngingo zitandukanye zirimo ko Mark Rubio yatangaje yuko ubumwe bw'Uburayi na Leta Zunze Ubumwe za Amerika bagiye gukora ikintu kidasanzwe mu karere k'ibiyaga bigari, ndetse bamaze no gusinyanya amasezerano. Iyi ni Inkubi Media ndetse na Inkubi Official TV. Reka dorere ku isaha aya makuru tuyave imuzi n'imuzingo mu buryo burambuye.
And for us in Global South Africa, and my country, I have said it, we have had a history that has not so much to be proud of in terms of development, in terms of prosperity, and therefore stability. We have had tribal, instead of having real nations, even if it was to bring together tribes. But what made it worse, instead of being able to build our own systems and capacities and cooperate with others, we also accepted the dictates that have been brought to us from the north, and even started complaining about things of the past. But there is today. So in our case, if you look at, as I did allude to that, in trying to build from nothing, like in my country, which was literally destroyed, and we have had to build, and we are making some progress. We are not where we want to be at all yet. But we looked within and found the efforts to rebuild our country, even if we had to be partners with different people, and we got a lot of support, but we had to start with ourselves. And I think the continent needs to do that. The continent needs to look at what it has. Almost everything. The people, the other resources, and the good cultures that can be drawn from, a lot of knowledge and practices that make people proud of who they are. So we don't do that. We tend to look at, somewhere else. And then we find these powers also who want to impress upon us that we really don't have much, we don't mean much, we we can only survive because of them. So this notion has to be challenged and has to be challenged by all of us. In fact, including even from the north, the very people that this originates from also have to challenge it. So more cooperation, more respect for each other, and not assuming that it is one side that it decides what is wrong and what is right. There has to be rejection, and moving forward, we can find a more stable global environment. You know, people talk about rules-based international system. Which are these rules? Who makes them? And if we really were to respect the rules, why then do we have these troubles, even from originating from the big powers? Why would we have that? So there is a lot of work to do for all of us. Even from small countries like mine, we can at least raise a voice and shout and say, maybe if we did this, we could. So everyone should have some space to express themselves and contribute what is good for